Just want to give my perspective on how I control my monkey mind when it shows up. And you know, straight away for me, whenever my stress levels are too high, whenever you know I'm out of balance lifestyle wise and causing too much stress, I always seem to lose the battle of controlling my thoughts. So I always look at my sleep, my nutrition, water, exercise, you know, whether it's coffee or if you've been having late nights, whatever it is, too much socializing, not enough quiet time, wherever the imbalance is, that's the best. If you want the hack to control your monkey mind, lower your stress levels, lower your cortisol. Cortisol's there for emergency, it's there for when you need a quick burst of energy, but excessive amounts of cortisol is always going to you know, really cause your body to be speeded, you know, or everything in your body speeds up, and with that your mind speeds up at the same time. So lower your stress levels. The one hidden one that I will say with that is that because, you know, the emotional stress bucket is invincible, you can't really you can feel it if you bring attention to it, but it's invisible, right? If you choose not to see it, you won't see it, but it's a stress nonetheless. So if you've got emotions that are suppressed, that you suppress on purpose with whether it's medication, coffee, any kind of addictions, you know, you're not going to really see if you've got emotional stress. But if you've got constant monkey mind and your lifestyle's on point, you're not drinking coffee, you trying to eat the right foods, you're trying to drink as much water as you can, everything's perfect, but you still got monkey mind, well then there's a good chance that you've got emotional stress that is, you know, going undiagnosed and you haven't addressed it. So I would bring attention and awareness and set some quiet, sacred time to feel what's going on inside. So that's very much linked with monkey mind. You know, it's a cortisol thing, excessive cortisol scenario, too much stress, and you just need to address that. Now, if you've done all that and you still got the monkey mind, there's another technique that my mentor Paul Chek, I'll never forget it. He actually used it for if you're shaming yourself, if you're beating yourself up, if you've got, you know, voices of fear or whatever it is. He came up with a great phrase of naming it and taming it. And what he meant by that is, if you've got a voice that you know is not productive, the ego is just trying to disrupt the peace, you name it and you tame it. So if you've got a voice of you know, self-shaming and you're beating yourself up kind of thing, you name it. You just go, oh, there's the shaming Shane. Sounds silly, I know, but if you can name something, you detach from it. And when you detach from it, you can really get perspective and be objective about whether or not you want to believe the story of the voice or not. So in relation to the monkey mind, I think it's still very relevant, because if you just feel yourself getting carried away with your monkey mind, your thoughts are just getting out of control, just label it. There's the monkey, Shane. There's the monkey. It's trying to hold over you. Just start talking to it. So then the talking to it now detaches you from it, because you're now naming it, and in theory you're taming it, because you're not getting because the thing is with monkey mind, if you get attached to it, you're now observing it, but now you're getting believing it, and you're getting tangled with the thoughts and why this and why that and what if and whatever, you're going down that rabbit hole. As soon as you can name it, you just detach from that, and that really helps in the moment. That's a real practical one when it's actually happening and you can't control your stress levels because it's too late. Just start labeling it, just start naming it, and you will start to tame it over time. But that's only a very short temporary fix, you know, and that works with, like I said, fear and shame and guilt. Just label it the ego, label it the guilt ego, the shaming ego, and that helps you just detach from believing it. But it works well for the monkey mind as well. But honestly, if you want long-term results from excessive monkey mind action, you have to address the physiology, you have to address your stress levels, you have to address all that lifestyle habits and factors, and especially the emotional stress, because you know, it just means that your stress buckets are overfilling, and now cortisol is just trying to come to the rescue, because you've just literally drained yourself from energy, and your body's just now, its backup energy is cortisol, which comes with a lot of inflammation and the speeding of the mind and speeding of all the body processes. So there it is. Look after your lifestyle. In a clinch, name it and tame it, but address your lifestyle first.